The evolution of Snow White is a perfect case study to show how to adapt a story properly, and how not to handle it. Now, I've already made a video reviewing both the 1937 film and the 2025 remake, so I don't want to spend too much time on them. However, something I didn't touch on a lot were some of the flaws of the original. And no, it's not quote-unquote outdated views of women. While I believe the 1937 film is amazing, I think a lot of the character work is pretty weak. With such a simple mode of storytelling, the film focuses more on symbols and thematic messaging rather than deep character exploration. This is where an adaptation can really help, especially giving more depth to the romance between the princess and the prince, which is admittedly pretty rushed. The problem with the 2025 remake, as with most of these Disney live action movies, is that it fundamentally misunderstands the point of the original and quote-unquote tries to update it for a modern audience. But in doing so, it usually turns these stories, which used to have a lot of depth, into very cookie-cutter films where the message is generic or isn't even clear or blatantly contradicts the original in some cases. With Snow White, they try making it explicitly clear that Snow is the fairest of them all, not from her physical attraction, but because of her inner beauty. However, that was the entire point of the original. By reducing why the prince is important to Snow, they've erased all her drive to be courageous and replaced it with a basic story about physical strength defeating a bully.